Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me, and ultimately thank you so much for gracing your presence here on my channel. I truly appreciate you stopping by and choosing me to be your entertainment for today. Alright guys, let's get into it. Have you ever thought about this? Feeling guilty. So that's why you stay. Alright, let's get into this one. So whether it's a relationship, a situationship, a business ship, whatever type of ship it is, right? Friendship, even personal things that you go through. You don't like where it's going. You don't like how it is. You don't like the situation that you're in. But you stay in that situation because you feel like there's nothing better out there for you. You feel like there's nothing better out there for you. You feel like there is an end, but there's no end for you. There's no end goal in mind. So you stay and you're miserable. And you're trying to find different ways to come out of this shipwreck or this trauma. But you can't, because you can't think straight. And you're thinking, I have to stay to benefit someone else. I have to stay this long in my business relationship because I have to pay my bills next month. You stay because you feel like you have an obligation to stay. Well, do you really want to stay? Of course not. Do you really need to stay? Probably not. But why? Why don't you need to stay? Why don't you want to stay? Because it doesn't work out for you. It's not fulfilling. It's not filling out your needs. It's not fulfilling out your desires. That's why you don't want to stay. That's why you don't need to stay. But you stay because you feel that someone else is going to benefit from this. Benefit from you being there. Whether it's you being a parent and you're staying in a relationship with your husband or your whomever because you feel like, oh, I'm doing it for the sake of the kids. That's the biggest one. But you're feeling guilty the whole time because you know you don't want to be there. You know you don't love this person. You know you don't love this situation because it's making you miserable. It's bringing out anger in you. It's bringing out issues in you. It's bringing out problematic situations, thoughts, just how emotional you're being in this situation. You're breaking yourself down. You're tearing yourself down every time you decide to stay because you feel that you're not good enough to move on. So how do we reverse that? How do we say I am enough? How do we say this situation does not define me? I'd say start having faith in your abilities of what you can do. Not what you can't do. Not what you don't want to do. But what you can do. Start having faith. Start believing in yourself again. Well, Janae, how do I believe in myself? I don't pray, or I don't pray as much. I don't talk to myself. But are you looking in the mirror? I love to use the mirror as a metaphor because if you're not looking at who you are going to not know who that person is. You walking by that mirror, you're passing life by, and you don't know who that person is. You don't know who you are inside. You don't know the type of thoughts that you bring to the table. You don't know the type of emotions that you have within inside because you're not focusing on yourself. You're focusing on everybody else but yourself. So if you say, Janae, well, I don't want to look in the mirror. I'm not happy with what I see. I'm probably not going to change. So then what? Well, I'd say what makes you happy? That's a big one. If your kids make you happy, but the situation doesn't, what's wrong with departing and still coexisting with your partner and fulfilling the needs with your kids? Notice I said with your kids and not for your kids. No, I don't have any kids, but I do have a mother and a father. I have friends. I've seen this situation tons of times. And we can all relate to it. So, like I said, notice I said you fulfill your needs with your kids and not for your kids. Because if you fulfill your needs for your kids, again, it's that guilt trip. You're still feeling guilty. You're still feeling like, am I a good enough parent? Am I a good enough mom? Am I doing the right thing by them as a dad, as a sister? You're guilt tripping. But when you start doing things with and make it a joint relationship, make it a transparent relationship, that's when you start doing more for yourself. Because now you realize you can't be there for somebody else, for your kids, if you can't be there for yourself. Whether that's emotionally, mentally, physically. You cannot be there for yourself. You cannot be there with someone else if you're not there for yourself. If you're not present in your life, you are numb. You are silent. Your thoughts are chaotic. Your emotions are sporadic. And your life is silent. Why? Because you're guilty. You feel guilty. You feel like there is no end to this situation. You stay in a business relationship because, again, you trying to fit into a society that already says you don't belong. One thing I always kept in mind is that when you're trying to prove somebody wrong, that means you already know that they're right in the first place. So what are you really trying to prove? Are you trying to prove more to them, or are you trying to prove to yourself that you can do it? Because you already proved to yourself that you could do it by getting that job, by staying there that long. So now what? Now how do you pour back into yourself so you feel that fulfillment that you used to feel when you walked into that place? How do you get that fulfillment that you felt when you began a new investment or waking up in the morning? Sometimes now it's hard to wake up in the morning because you are guilty, because you're like, ugh, I gotta go back to this job, ugh, I gotta stay in this relationship, ugh, I gotta be this person's friend and I really don't like them. But you feel guilty because they're not used to having what you're giving. You feel guilty because you've sacrificed your feelings to save theirs. But that's enough. That's enough. It's time to pour back into you. Find what makes you happy. Find what makes you drive, motivate yourself to do the things that you really want to do, and get out of the things that you don't want to do. Things that you don't want to see. Things that you don't want to be. Get out. Jump out. Because you're only wearing those thoughts down. And before you know it, what happens after that? Depression. You can feel so guilty for staying with this person, loving this person, when you don't even know if that's what that is. If love is what y'all's relationship is. But you've drove yourself so much down that now you're in a depressed state. And guess who you blame the first time you ever feel this way? Everyone else. You blame everyone else. They're the reason I'm crazy. They're the reason I'm so emotional. She's the reason why I'm still here. He makes me feel this way all the time. but you never take ownership. You never take responsibility and say, I got myself in that situation. I sat there and argued with that person to the death of me. I sat there and fulfilled that job that had no purpose in my life. I sat there and did that. So flip the script a little bit. Life is not happening to you. You're happening with life. You're giving, and that's what's making everything that you receive happen the way it is. What you give onto this world is what you get. So stop feeling guilty. It's enough of that. Stop playing the blame game. It's enough of that. Start saying, you know what? Today, I'm going to make a change. Today, I'm going to be my best self. Today, I'm going to represent my purest spirit, my purest form. Why? Because you deserve to be happy. You deserve the relationship that you desire. You deserve the self-love that you crave. Hello. That's a big one. Because we're not giving enough to ourselves, but we want to give so much to everyone else. You deserve the business that you want to make happen. Whether that's an investment in yourself, an investment into a new adventure, business, relationship, whatever desire or a relationship or whatever it is that you desire, you deserve to have. So stop feeling guilty for things that you cannot control, and start putting control in the things that you desire. So I hope this video helped you in some way. I hope it helped you to really get inspired and really think about the things that you're doing in life that's causing you to be guilty, that's causing you to feel like you're not good enough, that's causing you to just feel so empathetic for your life goals. Like, just take time to really evaluate your situation, and then come out of it even stronger by telling yourself that you deserve to be happy. Have faith in yourself. Restore that faith of a mustard seed, and begin your life's purpose, whatever journey you take. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you stopping by. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a like, because I hope, again, it helped in some way. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you so much, and remember, stay happy. Peace.